Here's a Bell and Howell Filmosound auto load, model 552. This on automatic and let it focus on it here. Here's the maker's data plate. I recently got a whole group of 16mm projectors for $20. Plus I got some slide projectors too. This is actually the tube type model. We'll turn it around and take a look at it. It's got still picture clutch, forward and reverse, and sound controls. So let's turn it around and see what it looks like. Here's the rear of the Filmosound. It's got a very large magnet speaker. It looks like a 4x6 speaker. And, it's got the worm gear problem. It's got that darn Bell and Howell worm gear problem. I'm going to try putting some JB weld in there and see if I can kind of patch that up a little bit, because it actually does run fine. It's just got that ubiquitous Bell and Howell worm gear problem, which this is the first generation of the machines that use this type of mechanism. The older machines, like these type here, have, in my opinion, a lot better mechanism, a lot more durable, all metal gears, all gear driven, no belts at all. And this thing is just full of belts, like old reel-to-reel machines, like old consumer reel-to-reel machines can be. At least these are cogged belts, so they kind of maintain their traction better. But Bell and Howell just decided to kind of cheap out. And in a way, I like how these machines look, but I don't like the way the mechanisms are made up with all these belts and all these plastic parts. It's like they just decided to really make a lot cheaper mechanism. And I guess they made a lighter mechanism, but still, it's such a change from what Bell and Howell used to be in the 100, 200, and 300 series. It does have a tube type amplifier. It's an AC-DC amplifier. Although this is an AC motor, this projector can only run on AC. A lot of the older machines could run on AC or DC because they got a brush type motor. There's the circuit board. It's got one tube is the oscillator to provide power, high frequency AC power to the exciter lamp, and these are the push-pull output tubes here. It does use a transistorized preamp and a solar cell for sound pickup. And let me see if I can kind of see up in there. There's a transistor. So it does use a transistor as a preamp. I've heard that there are machines like this that actually used a photo tube. The older Bell and Howells would have all used photo tubes. So one more thing is the screw activated interlock. Somebody had removed all the screws out of the back cover of this in an effort to try and see what the problem was. And I did have to lubricate it and kind of turn it over by hand because it was just kind of gummed up. But I put this screw in it because when I first tested the machine there was no AC power at all. But there's this interlock here. It's got a micro switch back there that you have to activate with the screw. And let's look around here. Here's the cover and the back part of the case. So I'm going to plug it in here and we can see what it does. Okay, the tubes are now warmed up and it's ready for action. First go ahead and put it in, just turn it on forward, motor. And the worm gear is holding together. I'm thinking that maybe I can just reinforce it with JB weld and just try to help keep it from cracking anymore. But even though it's got all these belts, they're just still working right along. Now let's turn the lamp on. You can see the operation of the shutter. The lamp is in working order. Down there's the fan. Just let it cool off a little bit here. So once I put the JB weld on it, then I should be able to run some film on this. Let's turn it off here.